very welcoming, and they wanted to add a bit more accommodation. It was this huge block, it was an end terrace, and I wanted to increase the size. Now, it's not a fantastic drawing, but this is the end elevation, and we wanted to come out the front here. I'd say that the plot was more than capable of taking this. And we went to the planners and we put an application in, so I didn't think it was really going to be that contentious. We checked the shadowing, all these kind of things. But the planner refused it on the grounds that it was overdevelopment, but also altering the building line of the street, which this is the plot here. There is no building line. This was part of our submission that the building lines all over the place, and even our extension, which would come out to here, was no further forward than next door neighbour, or it's further back than next door neighbours. So to us, he didn't have a case, but he refused it anyway. So what we did, some of you'll know, if you can sort of bang the application in and have another shot, another roll of the dice. So we did that. The neighbour got 7 carefully written letters of support from the neighbours, which meant that it wouldn't be dealt with by delegated decision. We even got local councillors involved. We didn't change the design, not one bit. Got local councillors involved. And second time round, like I said, didn't change the design. The planning officer changed his report. Hadn't changed the design, changed his report and put it forward for approval. Just as bonkers as it really is. And it went to committee and why we're bothering about this. So, with a bit of willpower, determination, and a bit more time, you can get these things through. And this is another one. This is West Linton, which some of you may well travel through to get down onto the motorway. The conservation village. Sorry, it's not a great photo, but this is a plot of land. Gaps like this. There's a bungalow here, which had a huge garden. Sort of 60s, 50s bungalow. They subdivided the garden, got consent for another new thing that went here, a bungalow. Our client bought a plot and wanted something a little bit more adventurous to go on the site, and that's view from the street. So that's the bungalow. There's a 70 bungalow here, and it's a long plot. So this house here, very contemporary, again the length of the plot. Now we had various meetings. We got support from the planning officer. There's a little bit of tweaking to be done, a bit of shadowing, but we got the support from the planning officer. But as you can imagine, West Linton Conservation Village, this is all the local residents were all over this and objecting left, right, and centre, which because it was being put forward for approval with all these objections, it had to go to the planning committee. And so we went down that route. Unfortunately, it was refused by the planning committee. But again, we thought, well, you could have another roll of the dice, so we didn't change the design and put it in again. And it transpired that someone that was on holiday from the planning committee the last time around was now back from his holiday, and the committee sat, and it was swung the other way. So completely the same scheme, no changes, and it got consent just because of a different makeup in the committee. So again, on one hand, it shows what a lottery sometimes the planning system can be, and I hope as well it shows that with a bit of willpower, determination, and again, you need the support as a client and developer that you can get things done. And that's photos of how it turned out, and that's a self-built project. So that kind of concludes my wee slot. Hopefully there's been something, I know probably a lot of what I've said you knew already, but hopefully there's some things there that you can take away that have educated you or educated those that you advise before completing the building project. Thank you very much.